So we are in downtown Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania, and we are at the Orwigsburg Memorial to America's Bicentennial. So let's flip this around. Colleen from Colleen Unvarnished had actually sent this in, and this is a video that we did. Viewer submitted videos. I actually made it to Orwigsburg finally. They had the Frederick Hessers, a drummer boy with General Washington's Continental Army in 1776, Schuylkill County Sheriff 1814 to 1817, crier of Schuylkill County Court, Orwigsburg, buried at St. John's UCC Cemetery, 1846. And then the Hartman tragedy in the fall of 1755, while Mrs. Hartman and his son Christian were at a mill, Indians came to the Hartman home. They shot John Hartman and his son George, set fire to their home, and captured daughters Barbara, 11, and Regina, 9. At the close of the Indian Wars, Mrs. Hartman and Regina were reunited through the singing of a German hymn. Barbara was killed by the Indians. So this is something that was interesting because actually one of our viewers, subscribers, she's related. Her ancestors are the Leiningers. There's a Regina Leininger who's buried over in Stoutsburg at Christ Lutheran Church there. That's probably the truer story of the two. I don't doubt that this Hartman tragedy happened, but the Leininger thing where they talk about the German hymn, that's Regina Leininger. They had, in the treaties, they had basically said, you have to return all captives. So they returned them out to, I forget which fort it was, out western Pennsylvania, and people didn't gather their kids there. They took them out to Carlisle, and it was at Carlisle that the mother of Regina Leininger went looking for her daughter, and she didn't recognize, because you think like she was captive for quite a few years, so most likely looked different with the trauma and everything that she went through. Though she was probably treated reasonably well, she didn't recognize her mom. So according to legend, the mother, the one captain or colonel there, said, well, is there anything that would help her recognize you, your child? So she sang this German hymn, and supposedly that's when Regina Leininger came out of it and recognized her mother. Once again, whether that's true or not, or that's just legend, well, we're never going to really truly know. But this Hartman tragedy and the Leininger tragedy, similar area. The question is, which one is correct? Both could have actually happened. Both probably did happen, because this is rather commonplace. The question is, these are definitely different stories, or they are like completely eerily the same, which I doubt. But it is a really cool thing being here in Orwigsburg and talking about these two really unique and interesting story in Orwigsburg's hometown history. History is out there, my friends. So once again, we are here in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania, and we are at the Veterans of Foreign Wars Memorial here along the Village Green. Dedicated to those men and women who went forth from Orwigsburg and the surrounding area to faithfully serve in the armed forces of their country during times of war and peace, we mourn for those who never returned. There's just a neat tribute here as well. They have these stones around. They have these different stones to the different departments of the military. I think this is so neat, so cool. Alright, so coolly on the other side of the Village Green, we were down that direction. Just look how pretty this is with the flags and this is beautiful down here in Orwigsburg. But anyways, another bicentennial, 1776 to 1976, another memorial here. So the history of Orwigsburg, 1795, founded by Peter Orwig, 1811, first seat of Schuylkill County, 1813, first incorporated borough in Schuylkill County, first institution of higher learning in Schuylkill County, Orwigsburg Academy, site of first Masonic Lodge in Schuylkill County, 1815, site of the first courthouse and jail in Schuylkill County, 1828, possessor of the first fire engine built in Pennsylvania by Patrick Lyons, 1809, 1830, site of the building of the first boat on the Schuylkill Canal, 1869, site of the first Schuylkill County Fair, 1976, the population was 2,661. Peter Orwig, son of George Gottfried and Clara Orwig, to whom tracts of land comprising of 304 acres were granted. This land became Orwigsburg. In 1773, Peter Orwig married Hannah Webb. Their children were Maria, Rebecca, and Johann Heinrich. For a number of years, Peter Orwig was a justice of the peace. He was one of 5 men to petition for the formation of Schuylkill County. And there you have it. Beautiful Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania. History is out there, my friends.